So many stories to tell, so little time. Welcome to MsMojo, and today we'll be counting down our picks for the top 10 Disney shorts. Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. For this list, we're taking a look at the silliest symphonies and most stunning short subjects to come out of the Mouse House. Please note that we won't be including featurettes, like Mickey's Christmas Carol and Winnie the Pooh and the Blustery Day. Pixar shorts are similarly excluded, as they deserve a list of their own. Number 10. The Old Mill. Much like Bambi or Fantasia, The Old Mill is an animation that shows rather than tells, letting the audience experience the phenomenon of nature. Centering on several animals that seek shelter at an abandoned windmill during a storm, the short is light on story, but heavy on atmosphere and emotion. The remarkable attention to detail and innovative effects would help set the bar for the animated features Disney would produce in the years to come. In addition to winning an Academy Award, a group of animation professionals ranked The Old Mill among the 50 greatest cartoons ever made. The legendary Hayao Miyazaki of Studio Ghibli even singled it out as his absolute favorite Disney film. Number 9. The Skeleton Dance. From 1929 to 1939, Disney produced 75 shorts under the Silly Symphony logo, and it all started with The Skeleton Dance. This black and white cartoon was directed by Walt Disney and animated by, among others, UB Iwerks, who co-created Mickey Mouse just a year earlier. Taking place in a cemetery, the short encompasses pretty much everything we associate with Halloween, including bats, black cats, and of course, dancing skeletons. On this dark, brooding night, these undead creatures rise from their graves and come out to socialize. The silhouette imagery is appropriately creepy, while also being incredibly creative and charming. You can also definitely see how the short might have influenced animators like Tim Burton.
Like it. Okay, Chauncey, take it.
Number 8. Destino. Starting out as a joint effort between Disney and Spanish painter Salvador Dalí, this short is one of the most distinctive entries on our list, and not just because of its unique visual design. Destino entered production in late 1945 and remained in development limbo for 58 years. It wouldn't be completed until Walt's nephew, Roy E. Disney, resurrected the project while working on Fantasia 2000. Actually, Destino was intended to be part of a third Fantasia film that ultimately got scrapped. Regardless, Destino finally saw the light of day in 2003, and the result is a marvel to behold. With surreal animation and immersive music, it's a work of art brought to life. Number 7. Tangled Ever After.
Live their lives together as husband and wife.
After the enormous success of Tangled, there were talks of a potential feature-length sequel. Since our heroine ended up getting a haircut, however, the filmmakers were at a loss for ideas. Nevertheless, the franchise would live on through several spin-off projects, including this highly entertaining short. Mandy Moore and Zachary Levi reprised their roles as Rapunzel and Eugene, respectively, although the focus is mainly shifted to Pascal and Maximus. Upon losing the couple's wedding rings, the chameleon and horse set out on a wild chase to secure their happily ever after. In addition to having several humorous throwbacks to the original film, Tangled Ever After includes some of modern Disney's most fast-paced and inventive slapstick. Number 6. Feast. This Oscar-winning short chronicles a love story about a man and a woman, as well as a dog and his dinner. The narrative is told from the perspective of a Boston Terrier, who gets a taste of the sweet life when his owner starts feeding him table scraps. It appears the banquet is over when the owner's girlfriend selects a healthier menu. Once a baby enters the mix, though, it's back to good eating. Feast tells a well-crafted tale that'll resonate with any pet owner. What makes it stand out even more is the cel-shaded animation. which uses colors and shadows to cook up a dish that's as visually appetizing as they come. Number 5. Goofy cartoons.
Take it away!
When it comes to physical humor, few Disney characters can do it like Goofy. He's brought us so many hilarious shorts over the years that it's impossible to single out just one. Some of Goofy's most memorable cartoons involve sports such as hockey, water skiing, and the Olympics. It's especially hysterical whenever a short features multiple Goofies, cranking the comedy up to 11. In addition to sports, Goofy has also shown us how to be a sailor, how to hook up a home theater, and how to conserve valuable resources during wartime. A good chunk of the classic Goofy shorts were directed by Jack Kinney, who most notably made the Oscar-nominated How to Play Football.
Wow, he's hit and hit hard.
Number 4. Get a Horse.
Where are we?
In the early 21st century, CG animation has largely overshadowed traditional animation. But this 2013 short brings together the best of both worlds. Get a Horse masterfully recreates the look of a 1920s Disney short with black and white hand-drawn animation. It even uses archival recordings of Walt Disney himself voicing Mickey Mouse. The story starts out fairly routine, as Mickey tries to save Minnie from Pete. Things take a bizarre turn when Mickey and Horace Horsecollar pop out of the movie screen, taking on a more colorful three-dimensional appearance.
Oh, my nachos!
The merging of these two different animation styles is seamless, and the short is packed with brilliant Easter eggs, including a cameo from Oswald the Lucky Rabbit. Number 3. Three Little Pigs. Disney has adapted some of the most beloved fables of all time into cinematic classics. The plot of Three Little Pigs was probably a bit too thin to reach a feature-length runtime, but it certainly made for an iconic Disney short. The story, of course, involves the big bad wolf trying to huff and puff his way to a pork dinner. Straw and sticks won't get in his way, but a brick house with a chimney results in the hungry predator's inevitable downfall. Between the wonderful animation and the infectious song Who's Afraid of the Big Bad Wolf, Three Little Pigs became a massive financial success for Disney, and even won an Academy Award.
Who's afraid of the big bad wolf? Big bad wolf, big bad wolf. Who's afraid of the big bad wolf?
Number 2. Paperman. Set in a bleak black and white world, Paperman revolves around two lonely, overworked people trying to bring a little color into each other's lives. Although bad luck is constantly pulling them apart, a swarm of paper airplanes eventually clears the runway so their romance can take flight. It's a simple story ingeniously told through a dazzling fusion of 2D and 3D animation. The look and tone come off as timeless, while also being very modern. Director John Cars said it best when he described his film as an urban fairy tale. Audiences immediately fell in love with Paperman, and it became Disney's first non-Pixar animated short to win an Academy Award in over 4 decades. Before we get to our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions.
You can move mountains too, baby. All you got to do is believe.
Number 1. Steamboat Willie. To the immortal mouse who started it all, we just couldn't deny our top spot. There's actually been some debate as to what was technically the first Mickey Mouse short. Some would argue that it was the silent Plain Crazy, as this marked Mickey's debut before an audience. However, many give the credit to Steamboat Willie, because it was the first Mickey cartoon to be officially released. In any case, this parody of Buster Keaton's Steamboat Bill Jr. clearly left a greater impact, seeing how it was the first Disney cartoon to use synchronized sound. To this date, the short remains synonymous with Disney's legacy, and is also used for the animation studio's production logo. Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from MsMojo and subscribe for new videos every day.